Hi and welcome. In this quick 5-minute tutorial, we're going to show you how to leverage API Nation's Webhooks app with Realvolve. First, I'm going to start in the search apps bar and I'm going to type in webhooks so that I can find my webhook application. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And for this demonstration, I'm going to go ahead and say anytime a task is completed, go ahead and send that contact details over to Google Contacts. Maybe you just had a campaign start and you want to get those details over to Google Contacts, or maybe MailChimp or another application. A webhook is a great option to make that happen. So I've selected webhooks. I'm going to go ahead and also select Google Contacts. And then we're going to go ahead and make our first connection. So we're going to leverage the webhook created to Google Contacts people. This means that, again, anytime that webhook is triggered from within Realvolve, it's going to send the contact details into Google Contacts, therefore creating contact for me within Google Contacts. So let's go ahead and click on Activate. Now, once we've done this, so we're going to go ahead and click on Connect down here at the bottom. And for this purpose, we're going to use an inbound webhook. We're going to provide Realvolve a URL to send those details to. So go ahead and click on Inbound. We're going to give this a label. And we're going to go ahead and click on Generate Webhook. Now, once you've done that, go ahead and copy this to your clipboard. Now, since you've copied that into your clipboard, head into your Realvolve account, go up to the top and click on Workflows. Inside of Workflows, you can choose to create another workflow, or you can choose to select one of your existing ones. I'm going to go ahead and select an existing workflow. Now, once inside of here, I'm going to go ahead and go down to the bottom to add another workflow activity. Let's give this a title and say Realvolve Webhook Tutorial. And then down in the lower right corner, there's an Actions tab that you can go ahead and click on. It opens up a drop-down menu. Go ahead and give this a label, so Contact Info. And then down at the very bottom, there's another drop-down option that you can select Webhooks. This is where you provide that URL which you created inside of API Nation 2. We're then going to go ahead and click on Send Sample Data before exiting. So we'll click Send Sample Data. And we want to also run this action automatically. So that means that when this task is assigned, it'll run it automatically. So go ahead and click on Save. Now, before we do anything else, let's go ahead and go back into API Nation and just make sure that our URL received our test data. So let's go ahead and test that webhook. We could see all the details here in this sample. So we're done. We can go ahead and click on Finish. Now, since I've connected to Google Contacts previously, I'm going to go ahead and use my existing connection. Click on Select. And once we do this, we're going to go ahead and select our folder, then click Subscribe. Now on this screen, this is where we'll begin mapping. Something to take note here is that since we sent in this object of a contact, everything's going to begin with contact. So when I'm looking for the mobile number in the search function, go ahead and type in contact, then dot, and then type in phone. That'll show you the list of phone numbers that came over with those contact details. So we'll use the mobile number. You could also add things like email addresses. So if I just type in contact.email, we got both home and work. We'll use the home option. You can then also search for contact.first, which will give you the first name. Continue this process until you have all the fields of which you're looking for mapped into Google Contacts. Now, something to point out here while you're doing this is that if you're going to look for the address, it's going to be contact.addresses. Now, there's a full option, and then there's also a split text option. I'm going to use the split text option so that it maps over correctly into Google Contacts. Okay, I have all my fields mapped now, and it looks just how I would want it to. So I'm going to go up to the top and go ahead and click on Activate Sync because I'm done here. Now, since I've activated that sync, go ahead and fill out anything else here that you need to, and go ahead and click on Add. Now, you've added that action to your workflow. So let's go ahead and test it. Head into your dashboard. Find a contact, and then over off to the right, go ahead and start a workflow. In this case, contact workflow. Go ahead and hit Next. Now you get to select the actions of which you want to add. Hit Next. Go ahead and click on Done. Okay, so here's my action. I'm going to go ahead and click on the checkbox, and then I'm going to go ahead and click on the contact info and run. Inside of APINation.com, refresh your logs. You'll see it processing. And then if you check your Google Contacts account, you should see your contact there. You're all done. Congratulations. You've set up a Realvolve webhook.